Eating all these different bad combinations of food. It's too many complex sugars. You got sucrose you're dealing with, you got maltose you're dealing with, you got dextrose you're dealing with. The body only needs fructose and glucose. So it's gonna have to break all of these sugars down just to use it again. So now it's gonna start raising the hydrochloric acid in your stomach. Not only that, it's gonna start raising the blood sugar. It's gonna start raising the glycogen, which is gonna raise the insulin to bring it down. Now your pancreas get thrown off whack. So now your pancreas, which is the major digestive organ of your body, which helps break down your foods because it produces more than 4,000 different metabolic enzymic reactions. It produces enzymes that help break down your food. That ain't working properly. So now this stuff literally just rots and ferment inside of your belly. Now y'all know, whenever sugars fermentate, it creates alcohol. Your body's supposed to produce a water drop of alcohol every hour. When you eating food like this, it produces 6 to 10 drops of alcohol an hour, and you wonder why your liver is fat, or your cholesterol is high, or you have cirrhosis of the liver, and you've never been an alcoholic, or you never had a drink in your life, because you addicted to the alcohol that your body is making from the chemistry. You do not want your body producing too many alcohols and fermentations, because now you're gonna have toenail fungus, your colon wall is gonna be prolapsing, you're gonna have farting problems, you're gonna be funkerizing the whole entire universe, walking around just farting and pooting and shitting on yourself because you done combined your foods improperly. And they're producing certain fumes, and these fumes are gases, and these gases by biometric pressure have to leave the body, otherwise it will taint and pollute your blood. That's where you get farting from. You have to fart, because you don't fart, then you're going to pollute the blood. These are gases that's not supposed to be in the blood. These are certain different things that are on the periodic table that if improperly get mixed together in the wrong ways, these gases can become toxins. Just like you turning on your car and you leaving your garage shut while you sitting in your car while your car running. You ain't gonna live to tell about that day unless somebody come open up their garage door to get that carbon dioxide gas up out of that garage. You will die in your car. Same thing when it comes to your body producing certain carbon dioxide gases when your food is breaking down. That's why the body farts. So if you have farting problems, then that means you have a digestion problem, and you need to look into the pancreas. See that? So the body is gonna choose to break down the most simplest thing you gave it. So you done ate a hamburger, potatoes, which is mixed with starch and water, and oil and water, which don't mix anyway. Then you done put a tomato, which is a fruit, on top of it. Then you done put lettuce on top of it, and then you done put cheese on top of that. So the body is gonna choose the simplest things to break down. So guess what the body is gonna try to break down first? The tomato that you have on your burger, or the lettuce that you have on your burger. This ferments, and then while it's fermenting, it sits on top of the meat, and it sits on top of the dairy products and on top of the grains, and then everything else becomes mold. Have y'all ever seen an apple? When one apple go bad, it spreads and all the other apples have mold and fungi on them. Same thing that's happening inside your stomach. This literally is what breeds parasites and what makes an acidic environment for your body. So now your body has to spend most of its energy when you were supposed to be living your purpose out through the day. Your body tired as hell because you done messed it up, and it's like, how in the hell I'm finna break down all this food? So it says, let me use all the energy resources that I have from my adenosine triphosphate. Let me get 150 trillion of my energy centers to try to break this food down. So now you tired as hell throughout the day. Now you got brain fog and you can't think straight. Everything is going wrong with your day because you decided to combine your food wrong and eat it at the wrong time of the day. You would never mix with your so-called acidic fruits with sweet fruits. This will produce too much alcohol. Remember, alcohol is due to fermentation. Fermentation due to spoiled fruits that sits inside of your belly that's being heated up over time by the hydrochloric acid inside your stomach. If you eat melons and you mix it with other fruits, or you mix it with a hamburger, or you mix it with spaghetti strings, which is nothing but grains and pastas and these starchy forming foods, it's going to break the melons down first. But the melon phytonutrients and fructose factors can't be used because it's sitting on top of all type of other shit. So it's going to start fermenting. When it starts fermenting, it's going to stay in the belly long, and it's going to turn into alcohol. The reason why the body turns your foods into sugars and alcohol is because you need alcohol to penetrate the cells to bring the glucose factor into the cell. That's what insulin does. Insulin is an alcohol solvent. If you break down the chemical makeup of insulin, it is salt and it is alcohol. That's why when your insulin production is high, your sugar production go low. But when your insulin production is low, your glycogen sugar go high, because insulin is what brings glucose and pass it through the cellular membrane to feed the cell the glucose factor for it can break down into water and carbon dioxide. That way the cell can get ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which fire off a glucose factor, which give the cells energy and vitality for you to live your everyday normal life. The amazing thing about fructose is fructose do not need the pancreas. Fructose only need fruit itself to be broken down within the stomach in the duodenum, and then it infuses itself into the bloodstream by way of the microbiota or the microvilli. So you need the alcohol. The body produces it naturally by fermenting your foods naturally inside of your stomach, but you need simple foods. That way you can use that alcohol. That way the alcohol can take the constituents, the bioflavonoids, the biophotons, all these phytonutrients and trace minerals that you need, and literally penetrate the Golgi apparatus of the cell to feed the cells the nutrients that it needs by way of the blood and iron phosphate inside of the blood. So go on an all-fruit diet. On your all-fruit diet, you can eat salads here and there when you're feeling super hungry, or when you're feeling like you're finna pass out, or you're just feeling real down because your adrenals are literally just fending for themselves. You can eat a little salad to slow down your cleansing, but you don't need to be eating no cooked foods. You don't need to be eating no fried foods. You need to be on a raw fruit diet, and salads minimum.